explain it.
My bed gone crazy.
A little help from maybe tables to tell them maybe.
My bed gone crazy.
There's nothing you can do to save it. Could ever change me.
My bed gone crazy.
There's no one other that can save me. Not even maybe.
My bed gone crazy.
Yes, crazy, crazy, crazy. This song reminds me of that fat bastard, Ed Schultz. Today, I was flipping through the channels and I happened to stop by and stumble upon MSDNC. And, Ed Schultz was coming on, and I wanted to see, well, what the hell is this crazy bastard is about to say now? And, as the song says, my dad's gone crazy, and if Ed Schultz has any kids, I think he does, I think that's what his kids are probably saying right now. I think their dad has gone completely crazy. Ed Schultz, you're a nut! I mean, look at this guy. Today, he went on the show and demanded that the people of Massachusetts elect Martha Coakley. And behind his fat face was the animation for a show. And they even put the words danger ahead. Massachusetts, danger. What do you mean danger? Danger that the fact that the people of Massachusetts want to elect somebody else, that they're fed up with the lies of the Obama administration and the lies of the Democratic Party, that the people are fed up with the same BS, same garbage in, garbage out. And you, sir, have the audacity to demand the voters of Massachusetts to vote the way you want them to vote. Who the hell do you think you are, Ed Schultz? You're nothing but a fat bastard. You're a moron. How dare they try to vote for the last 8 years of Bush? There they go again. Ed Schultz is like any other typical Democrat drone. They're mindless. They don't know anything. This is not about Bush anymore. This is not about what happened during those 8 years. I can go on and on and on, blame the Democrats like Chris Dodd and Barney Frank, P-I-M-P, that pimp, for destroying the housing market, and we have already been through this, folks. I've already stated, like many other radio talk show hosts on this radio blog and everywhere else, why the Democrats destroyed the housing market, the financing market, and why they were the cause of the credit crunch, which therefore caused this whole debacle in our economy, not only in this country, but worldwide. And we have already been through this many times. And many of the people of Massachusetts and many other states are beginning to realize this. Ed, wake up! Wake up, you stupid drone! Can't you feel the vibrations? The fact that there are people in Massachusetts who want to elect somebody else that you don't agree with? Can't you just let them be? How pathetic are you, Ed Schultz? And now he went on his radio show today, and then I found this out, that he says that if he had it his way, he would have cheated on the elections. Yeah, he would have encouraged voters and the Democrats in that state to cheat and vote 10 times. Can you believe the irrationality of this bozo? To upset our democracy? Who the hell does he think he is? I'm telling you. This is why I'm not a Democrat. This is why I'm not a Democrat. And you know, we could go back to the year 2000, where the Democrats were blaming were blaming Bush, and then the Republicans in Florida for stealing the election, where, in fact, the Democrats and Gore didn't want a statewide recount. They only wanted to have a recount in certain counties because they thought it was going to be beneficial to them. They were wrong. It worked against them because they had to go to the Supreme Court. Al Gore wanted to go to the Supreme Court, and it bit him in the ass. So don't tell me, oh yeah, the Republicans in 2000 stole the election. This is pathetic. You Dems are getting annoying. You Dems are really pissing me off right now, and a lot of people in Massachusetts. You know, Ed Schultz, let me tell you why the people in Massachusetts are voting for Scott Brown, and they're going to vote for Scott Brown, and I bet my life's worth that Scott Brown will win tomorrow by a very small margin. But I will tell you this, Ed Schultz, the reason why a lot of Democrats, independents, and may I add, gay and lesbian folks, and a lot of people in Massachusetts are going to vote for Scott Brown is because of people like you. You push us to the brink. You choke us with your stupidity. You choke us with your arrogance and your ignorance of what the people really want. We don't want any more of this government expansion takeover of our lives. We don't want that anymore. We want to be liberated. We want the private sector to flourish. So that way there could be more jobs, more economic growth, more wealth, more prosperity, more stability. That's what we want. And then you go on to say, well, why do you want to vote for a Republican? What have they done? Well, what have you done? Taken over the banks, taken over the automobile industry, trying to take over our healthcare industry, inflating our dollar, inflating our unemployment rate, creating dependencies and entitlements. No more incentives for the private sector. In essence, my friends, these people want to destroy the private sector. That's what they offer. I'm not here to demand that you vote for Scott Brown. No. I'm not like Ed Schultz. Because some of you know what to do, and some of you will do the right thing. I'm just here to voice what many of the people want. The people want a different thing now. They don't want the status quo. They don't want the statism that you propose, Ed Schultz. And yet, you question the intelligence and the intentions of many of the voters of Massachusetts. How dare you, Ed Schultz, do that? Nobody questioned the intentions of the voters in 2008 when they voted for your Messiah. Oh yeah, back then, those were real revolutionaries. Because they were against the status quo back then. Oh yeah, that was a true revolutionary. But now that we're in 2010, and we're now beginning to see what exactly is the real agenda of these statists, now we want something different. And we're going to defeat the status quo. Massachusetts and everywhere else, Ed Schultz, this is just the beginning of what's going to happen. So don't act so surprised. And that goes to every drone on MSDNC. I'm looking at you, Keith Oberman and Rachel Madcow. This is just the beginning.